What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shouty, and stepping in the building, I got a Texas legend and icon off in this thing, Don Key, Lil Keke. What's good with it, boss?
H-Town, appreciate y'all for having me. It's an honor.
Appreciate you coming through this thing. Now, I mean, Key, I got to get straight to it. This new project that you done dropped, man. I mean, you got the visuals going crazy. The bars are still doing what they supposed to do, man. It's legend. Man, break it down to me, boss.
Well, I've been doing so many projects, man, for the last 10, 11 years, and I was just like, you know what? We do so much catalog music, man, for the bottom line, you know, just to eat, we're going to live. I'm going to eat good regardless. I was like, you know what? I want to put a different effort into this. I want to reach out to my Crits and my Juicy J's and my Justice Leagues, all the people that support me, and they were so happy to do work and like, man, where you been? Come on, let's do it. So the effort and the drive just got to going, and man, it turned out real well. You know what I'm saying? It really motivated me. Each time I do a project, it's all about, do I want to do it again? Because I don't have to if I don't want to.
Exactly. Yeah. What is it like still repping Texas and putting it down for the town at the same time, and then as a legend? Because see, the name of the album is Legend, but for you to be a legend in your own right as well, I mean, what is it like being that guy, doing what only you can do right now?
Well, that was very important. Like the first single, even We From Texas, it's big, it's millions and over YouTube. My big thing was, we love Georgia. Yeah. We love Florida. We love all these artists. I just remember it meant so much to us to be from Texas and represent our culture. Name my album, my first album was Don't Mess With Texas. And that was about me loving California music and me loving New York music, but we wasn't able to get the shine that we was at the bottom of the South. Yeah. So when I came back with this album, I was like, I just want to get these are the reasons we make these millions. These little small towns, these Nacogdoches and Tyler's and Dallas and Austin. Yeah. And I was like, man, I'm finna make them feel good about themselves just to stand up, man. I did a big drop for them, man, about just being from Texas and still representing everything that you do, but standing up for the state how we used to, man. We used to sell hundreds and thousands out of our own state, man. And we missing that, and it's a lot of people that go outside the state now to get as much love as they knew, which is fine. So my big job all the way for 25 years ago was to still rep Texas and bring it back to where we were supposed to be.
Answer me this though, Keke. Why do you feel like people don't rep their towns and their states and their cities like they used to? Because it was the same thing in Atlanta. You know, we had the DSGB with Troy and everybody else, you know, proud as hell around this thing. But nowadays it's just everybody's just making music and just coming out and ain't really repping.
Most of the time, man, even when I was city, sometimes affected. Being from our city, being a street star and a star in the city is it's something. You know, I tell a lot of young rappers, some of them get to become stars in the city, they don't even care about moving outside of the city. But what I think it is, on the opposite side of it is, man, people get so used to seeing and being around the rappers. You know, you man, you starting to eat with him at this restaurant, you start to see him at this club, you know, you buying this from, you doing. So I think they get kind of in the love and the admiration and the enjoyment of being around the artists, they getting that love from outside, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a lot of why people gravitate out, because your fans are out. People become more. My partners do it like sometimes, man, my partners, they hang around. We so used to playing dominoes and kicking it. When we go out and they see who I really am outside, they be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like he really somebody outside. You know what I'm saying? So I think the aspect of just being so close in town, but you know, it's all, man. Hey, when I come here, it seems like y'all got great love for y'all artists. And
well, no, it's all love. I feel like folks ain't repping this hard, because see, you know, people had to put it on the map. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So the folks from the '90s era, the early generations, like a Bankroll Fresh. Bankroll was draped in his Atlanta, you know, jersey, ring, everything.
I'm still like that.
You see what I'm saying? So like we knew where that man was from. Yeah. You don't really get that out of people no more. It's just like folks is just doing their thing. You see what I'm saying? People
are more interested in pleasing the masses. Yeah. Instead of, you know, it meant everything to me to be from. I'm just the name of my brand, 713. I'm wearing it right now. That's the Houston area code. And I got my own day. It's my day in the city. Getting ready to come up, 713 day, 713 day. Yeah. So I'm out. Everything that I do is go back to what I do. We from Texas, 713 day, self-made. Whatever I do, it's all about my culture, my roots. I never got from that. And that's what I survived off of it.
Okay, Key. I mean, I need you to take me back to day one, though, man. Because, see, my thing is when you look up and you got your own day, when you was running around with Screw Them, did you feel like I was going to have my own day in this thing if I kept on rapping?
Nah.
You see what I'm saying?
It took me 10 years to figure out that this was a professional job for real. Like, like we were just running around getting to it. We came straight from Screw Tapes getting money. You know what I'm saying? Like we was doing Screw Tapes 16, 17, 18 years old. And the next thing you know, man, I had one song, Pimp the Pen, and I was getting $3,000 a show to do that in 1996. That was like $10,000 to be a show, at the time. So, I didn't see that because I wasn't even really entrenched in being an artist or being a professional, man. I just was freestyle rap. I still was hustling, really the point. So now, man, to come full circle, man, 25, it's actually my 25th anniversary this year to Don't Mess With Texas. We did a 20th anniversary 5 years ago. It seemed like that was just yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And it was a ball. So this year's gonna be the 25th anniversary, man, and it's a blessing, man, to even still be getting the opportunities to come see you at this stage of my career.
Well, I mean, you a legend though. So with that being said, another legend, DJ Screw. How did y'all even link up, Key?
Screw was my barber was Screw Barber.
Okay.
When we were young, my barber, I'm talking about some 17, 18-year-old barber, 16-year-old. So I could tell people all the time, the first time me even was doing a Screw tape, it wasn't even about me enjoying it or what. Screw wasn't even had nothing going on. This was about my neighborhood. My partner went and made a tape at Screw House. I couldn't give a damn about the significance of Screw. I was worried about the tape in my neighborhood was floating. My partner was becoming real major off of that. So my first time going to Screw House was just a hookup between a friend of mine who got his hair cut, and man, it started from there. My first time I went, I got a tape. The second time I went with a friend of mine in the hood, one of my partners, and we took off from there. We took Screw by storm. That was me and Duke. I came back again and done my own solo tape, and from there, I took off. That was probably 94, 95. By the time 96 got here, we were stars. Yeah.
What was that like doing them time laying down on freestyles and just seeing that fan base start to grow?
Beautiful, because I tell people all the time, we didn't have it planned. I always bring up the Swisher House era and Michael Washington. They kind of had it planned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they going over there like Slim, them, and Chameleon, they going over there to make a tape. We went over to Screw House to be cool.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't know nothing about a fan base is coming. So all those freestyles, they organic. We didn't go there to do a freestyle for you to hear it.
Yeah.
This was about the neighborhood and the people who made tapes. It was all about them hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't even know that none of this was going to transpire, none was going to come till about 95, 96 when we got to do 3 in the morning, and now it's starting to pick up. And even before then, me and Fat Pat was doing tapes, and Screw was opening the door at 7 o'clock, selling 1,000 of them. 1,200 of them times $10. You know what I'm saying? And this wasn't even, and when I tell people that all the time, Screw don't owe us $1. We wasn't even looking at it like that.
Yeah.
This was our partner. We was, what I gained off of it, the accolades, the success, becoming Lil Keke, that's all he really owed me off of it. Like, when Screw was made, they went, man, Screw made this money. Did y'all? Man, we wasn't even thinking about getting paid, because we was over there really enjoying his hobby.
Yeah. What was it like seeing that those Screw tapes was taking over Texas, and then they were also moving around the country at the same time as well?
Some of the first crazy things about that was when we first started kind of tapping to doing a concert. We gonna have a concert. Man, this is so great. We have the slightest idea how to do a concert. We ended up rapping the whole song. The song by 6 minutes, we rapping the whole. Right now, I can't even do a second verse at a show. But man, we started doing these little shows, and man, these people was singing this shit like real songs, like man, these freestyles. And to this day, right now, I got the most sample freestyles ever. You know what I'm saying? Like every rapper, every big rapper in our city has got all those samples come from freestyle. Chunk Up the Dudes, I'm a G, Draped Up, Knocking Those Down, Screwed It Already, Warm It, Great Cassette, all these different samples, and they come from freestyles. And at the time, we never knew none of that was gonna happen.
How do you feel though, Key, being one of the most sampled artists out of Texas?
People be thinking that I would be going so crazy about it. I tell you why I don't, man. I haven't missed out on nothing that God got for me. I ain't missed out on nothing. And it play a lot into my relevance. I wouldn't trade my relevance. I wouldn't say, y'all don't do that. I wouldn't say, man, get rid of all them samples if it was going to take away my relevance.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Them samples is kind of sort of why I'm still here today. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, the ones that I'm supposed, hey, man, Drake then came back and paid me for samples. Logic. People out of the blue. Drake didn't even sample nothing. He just came and paid me for saying draped up and dripped out. Something that I said. And he just paid me for it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, that was and I took that as, look at all the samples that I missed money on, and then out the blue at the end of my career, the biggest artists in the world come pay me homage for a sample. Same thing with the Logic. You know, Logic came do the same thing. So the ones that I missed out on, and most of the time, man, they from artists that's from my city, who know about my culture, who know about me, who grew up with me, so I'm not really tripping on it. And at this point, man, let me tell you something, man. It's so many of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I get people who call me to do them, and I be like, you know, they already did that one like 15 times. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, they did that one 8 times. You know what I'm saying? So the samples, but the screw tapes is a very, very, very important part of our culture. They built our city, and man, it's not too many rappers. I don't care. Now maybe Travis Scott and a couple new rappers, but for the most part, every rapper got a part of that screw tape history into their game.
That's right.